Hey friends, it's the season for some plum cake. Let's learn to make this beautiful plum cake which has a perfect balance of appearance, texture, flavor and taste divine. This rich plum cake made with the freshest ingredients is baked to flawless perfection. So let's start. Do not worry if you don't avail all the dry fruits. Simplicity and color is something I always emphasize on. So I just picked 3 colors of dried fruits for my cake. Adding brown sugar gives a slight caramel or a molasses flavor. Adding eggs, butter and a good quality booze adds to the additional flavor and texture. Traditionally, plum cakes were made by soaking dry fruits in alcohol, but I prefer using a good quality dark rum, and there's no soaking required too. A great time saver indeed. So here, we boil all the ingredients on a low to medium flame till the butter melts. In the meantime, let's grind some spices. Add some table sugar to the spices and grind to a fine powder. Now, let's add it to this boiling fruit mixture. Stir well and mix for a while. Here you see the butter is all melted. Switch off the gas and let the mixture cool completely. Now let's prep the tin for baking the cake. Oil the vessel or the baking tin well and also place a parchment paper at the bottom. Apply a thin coat of oil over the parchment paper too. Keep it aside and let's start sieving the flour. Measure and sieve the flour from a nice height to incorporate as much of air you can. Do it for at least 3 to 4 times. Preheat the cooker you want to bake the cake in. Spread a cup of salt evenly. Place a cup or a flat stand and cover it and preheat it for 10 minutes. In the meanwhile, let's prep the batter. Take the sieved flour and add some nuts first. Mix it well, give it a nice coat. These nuts, when they are coated with the flour, they don't sink at the bottom when mixed with the wet ingredients. Do keep this in mind whenever baking cakes with nuts. Now, let's take the fruit mixture. Remember, it must be completely cooled down to room temperature. As I said, eggs enhances the flavor and texture of the cake. So we are going to break in 2 eggs into this fruit mixture and whisk it evenly to form a homogeneous mixture. Keep it aside and take the flour mixture again. Now, to the flour mixture, we are going to add a pinch of salt and mix it well. Let's start incorporating the wet mixture to the dry flour mixture. Let's do it in some small batches so that we can evenly mix the whole thing with the spatula. See to it that there are no lumps. Now place the batter in the preheated cooker. If you're using a pressure cooker, remove the gasket and cover it. You can also use a deep utensil to cover as a lid like this. It took around 1 hour 15 minutes for this cake to bake. Depends on oven to oven or on the gas, the temperature differs. After the first 30 minutes, you need to keep checking every 15 minutes. Once done, remove it from the cooker, leave aside for 5 minutes, run a spatula or a knife around to loosen the sides. Now, with the help of the cake stand, invert the cake over it. Tap the vessel and uncover. Remove the parchment paper. Looks so moist. Let it cool completely. I would love to show you how to cut a plum cake too. But before that, let's cut the first slice. Now, let's move on to the perfect way of cutting a big slice and then evenly to smaller slices. Take a look at all the jewels in this piece, so evenly distributed, not sunk at the bottom at all. They're all over the cake, the nuts, the fruits, everything. Let's move on to cut slices and then evenly to smaller slices. So this is how we cut the plum cake. As you watch me cutting the cake, let me share a story. Yes, story of the plum cakes, which started in medieval England, where it was a popular tradition to observe a period of fasting and abstinence from any kind of feasting in the weeks leading to Christmas. The fasting and abstinence would hold you in good stead for the indulgent days ahead. And there you go, all pieces evenly cut and plated. Let's take the first bite. Baked just right. Every cake has a story to tell. If you like this video, do subscribe and like. Share your valuable comments. Thank you.